Closing arguments begin today in former President Trump's civil fraud trial. While he may attend in person, he will not be speaking. It was originally reported that he would speak at the end of his New York civil business fraud trial. The judge had requested he stick to the case at hand. Trump's legal team had until yesterday to agree to the terms, but did not respond in time for the judge's deadline.
Our chief legal analyst, Khalif Rhodes, joining us to give insight there. So the first thing, the judge saying no more closing arguments for Trump. He's going to have to keep his mouth shut. I assume his attorneys actually probably think that's probably a good thing.
That is definitely a good thing. If I'm advising him, I'm telling him to do that 10 times every time. And typically, if I'm in court, when I had an opportunity to preside, I would always advise folks to listen to your attorney. Don't say anything. You may have an opportunity to speak, but it would be best to listen to the folks that you're paying for. You go to the dentist, you want them to pull the tooth. You're not going to be in there saying, hold on, let me go back there and fix it for you. So you have a professional that's there. You're paying them to do the job. They've done years of work to prepare for this moment. Let them do the moment, and you just watch the show.
And we've got the closing arguments today. How quickly will we see movement from the courtroom?
I mean, it should be pretty quick. I mean, because again, most of the decision is already done. We're just talking about dollars and cents. And for him, if we can go back to the issue of him speaking or not speaking, he has cases all over the country. And so I would not want him to speak about any of this right now, because he may confuse it with what was just happening the other day in D.C. with the immunity trial. And so you really want to ensure that he keeps his focus on the race that he has for the office of president and allow the legal work to take place. But I think it should be extremely quick, extremely short, and something that we don't have a long time to wait for.
And Khalif, we are right on the verge of the Iowa caucuses. And going back, Trump said, I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot someone and I wouldn't lose any voters. He said that 8 years ago before the Iowa caucuses right there. As far as this immunity, where do you see this case playing out? Is it going to go all the way up to the Supreme Court? And how long could we see it last?
That's a very, very weird case. I mean, there's some stuff that I want to highlight first. There's a history right there when you're looking at the panel, 3-judge panel, all female, 1 African-American, 1 woman whose parents immigrated from Taiwan. So the panel would have never looked like that 10, 15, 20 years ago for sure. And the arguments that his attorneys are making are very novel. They're saying that because he was in his official office, he cannot be criminally charged at all. In the back and forth between his attorneys and the judges, it is literally like a delicate dance where the judge at some point said, listen, we went around in circles about 15 times. I need you to answer the question. And basically they gave these hypotheticals. So can he, the president, go out and ask SEAL Team 6 to assassinate one of his political opponents? And basically his attorney said, yeah, the answer is kind of yes, unless he's been impeached. And that's an answer that I wasn't expecting, and I don't think anyone was expecting. And so because he was the president in his official capacity, he has no criminal liability. And that was the path the judge was walking him down. So to answer your question, you can tell where a judge is going by the questions they ask. They were asking questions to try to tear apart his attorney's argument, which leads me to believe that at least that panel will rule against him, that he will not have immunity. And then ultimately, I think this goes to the Supreme Court. And I still would say that they believe that he would not have ultimate immunity, because that's not what our system is set up for. No one is above the law. If you do something that is criminal, even if you're within your office, you will have to face criminal process unless you're doing something that is clearly within the role of the president. The line with this questioning is more, were you doing something that was election, or were you doing something within the office? And I think the panel, for sure, this panel has clearly already given their hand that they're going to rule against it.